Hello there guys, what is going on? Son of Chelsea back here again for another edition of my team selector ahead of the game against Crystal Palace tomorrow night in the Premier League at Selhurst Park. No time for deep reflection or catching your breath between games. It's just on to the next one, and that's the way it's been for a few weeks now. And I feel that this game could play out similar to the one that played out on Saturday against Watford, a physical side like Palace as well, who are probably going to sit in a low block like they did against us in November. The good thing about when we played them in November at Stamford Bridge, how long ago that was when we were able to actually go to the games. Chelsea were able to break down that team, and we were in a good winning spell at the time. Christian Pulisic scoring. Let's hope that replicates itself once again tomorrow night. Christian Pulisic in great form at the moment. Just some team news for the game. No KANTE, which is what we expected after he came off feeling his hamstring on Saturday night. The worrying thing, he's not going to be probably back for Sheffield United either, which is a massive test once again for Chelsea against a really good side this season. No Kovacic, but let's hope he'll be ready for the game on Saturday as well. And no Fikayo Tomori, another setback apparently in training to his injury, and I just feel, based on his fitness, his struggle to get back to any sort of fitness to be ready for a matchday squad, I just get the sense that's it for his football this season. I just can't see him getting back into the team. He may get a few minutes off the bench in one of the games, but Chelsea don't really have any dead rubber games. It's not like our season's been concluded. It's going to go right down to the wire, so I think Tomori may have to wait till next season to finally get back on the pitch and in contention. But going into my lineup, I think it's going to be pretty similar to a lot of people's lineups. I think there's one position here based on Kante's injury that's going to be up for contention and debate before the game. But 4-3-3 once again, the formation Frank's going to stick with, I think, for the rest of the season. Kepa in goal, kept a clean sheet the other night. Let's hope he can do the same tomorrow. Back four, same as the other day. James, Christensen, Zuma, Dave. I think James once again hopefully can be a bigger influence going forward. Had a few moments in that game. Ruben Loftus-Cheek probably should have scored that cross, but just shows how dangerous Reece James can be from wide positions. Now let's get to the contested position of the team. Is this where Jorginho returns? That's the big question for Frank Lampard. He was very reserved, didn't really commit to anything. He just said, these are my choices in the team in relation to Jorginho not starting games. I would like, as a fan of Jorginho, for him to start. I just don't think he will. I think based on the midfield Lampard is trying to construct here and the type of midfielder that sits in that deeper role, it's not Jorginho. And I think Billy Gilmour will start. Now, Billy Gilmour has to have a big performance. I think he's been sluggish. I don't think he's been at his best since the resumption of football. When he started against Leicester, that was playing with N'Golo Kante, and maybe there is a sense that because he'll have two natural number 8s in front of him, that may help Billy Gilmour in not getting in the way or not feeling any confusion. But he really needs to be on his game. I think the reason Gilmour is favoured over Jorginho is based on that role. I think Frank Lampard wants an agile midfielder like Kante who can get across the pitch very easily, sweep up any mistakes in front of him and sort of help to intercept, which Gilmour can do. But I get annoyed when I hear people talk about Billy Gilmour and the only reason they want him in the team is because he can tackle. I think that's really reductive of Billy Gilmour's talent, passing talent, how expansive he can be, as he showed pre-lockdown, and even a few passes, I believe it was when he came on against Manchester City a few weeks ago. And that's what Gilmour needs to do. He can't have any more stray passes across the field. If he gives too many of those away like he did once again, losing possession to Chalobah on Saturday, Chelsea nearly conceded that game, and that game could have been very tense for the last few minutes. That's what Gilmour needs to be in this game. He needs to be alert. He needs to be back to his levels that he was against Liverpool and Everton pre-lockdown. So I'm going to go Billy Gilmour instead of Jorginho. What that means for Jorginho, I think it's worrying for his future at Chelsea and where it's going to be, because I just think based on the midfield once again Lampard is trying to construct here, I don't think a regista, metronome, dictator of playback there is what Lampard's looking for. Just listen to the comments Mason Mount gave after the game. It's a holding midfielder. It's more of a defensive type of midfielder, which Jorginho isn't, sadly, even though I'm a big fan of his. Two midfielders in front of him, very obvious once again. Ross Barkley scoring the other night, assisting the first goal. He's in good form, and Mason Mount really giving that energy once again and was man of the match the other night, rightly so. So he's going to start once again. Two wingers, we know it by now. Willian keeps on scoring in games, and hopefully Christian Pulisic as well can get on the score sheet. He was desperate the other night to finally score, to hopefully break Crystal Palace down and get a massive 3 points. And Olivier Giroud, another goal scorer from the other night, starting up top. You can't not start Olivier Giroud at the moment. His form is brilliant. He's really helping out Chelsea when we need it. So yeah, that is my starting 11, my team selector ahead of the game tomorrow night. Please let me know your lineups in the comments below. But thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you did enjoy it, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Follow me on Twitter @SonOfChelsea, and I'll see you again.